This is So You Want to Write a Novel, Day 6. We are going to be writing pages 25 to 30, which are important pages because we have moved from just the old life to the opportunity being presented. It could have been presented by your magician. It could have been presented by your love interest, by a sidekick, by the villain. Sometimes, many times, the villain will be, hey, why don't you leave and stay away from here while I do some bad things? Like the villain usually does. So the opportunity has presented. That is what you should have probably written yesterday. You may be still doing that today, and that's okay. But certainly today we should be getting to the pushback that the hero should be, no, absolutely not. I hate this opportunity. Go away. Never talk to me again. Ever, ever, ever. It is that clear and that usually violent and that usually almost baby-like, toddler-like in his tantrum around the opportunity the first time around. It's the first time he's heard about this opportunity. It shocks him. It rocks him to his core. He understands, at least at the most basic level, that this is going to mess up his life, and he wants absolutely no part of it, even though it is the medicine that will cure him. Suddenly, many times, his old life isn't that bad. Hey, whoa. He likes his dead-end job. He likes picking up dog poop all day long. He likes being bit by pugs. He likes it. What are you talking about? His girlfriend's great. She doesn't sleep with everybody around. No, it's not that bad. You don't understand. That's what this journey is through the denial of the opportunity, is the hero making up some fairly toddler excuses up to more intellectual excuses about his responsibility and how badly people need him around here. He made a commitment, etc., etc. This is also when the magician or the villain, whoever it is presenting the opportunity, gets a chance to see who the hero is and hear what he's saying and kind of argue with him. It's kind of a back and forth between this. The magician usually also gives the hero a new perspective about the greater world. There's the local world in his little old life, maybe at the mechanic shop, wherever it is. And the magician is trying to explain there's a much larger world, and that world is at stake, and this is why the hero has to take the opportunity, which, of course, at this point, the hero absolutely does not. So that is today's writing, which is very exciting. We're going to be finishing up the opportunity. If the opportunity has not been fully presented, it will be in these pages, and certainly the hero's initial reaction, that pushback. This is some great dialogue time. This is some great character work time. This is just a great day to be writing, as is every day, but this day is really good because we want immediate and obvious tension and conflict. You don't have to dig very deep for it here. It's right there, so that's always a good day when you can have your tension and conflict immediately. You also have an opportunity to introduce new and different risks and stakes that are outside the hero's small, insular, old life. We are starting to get a preview of the new life. We don't want too much, though, because we want that new life to be shocking and fun but a little bit of what is going to happen. We may not want any of the new life. Maybe we want to just explore how crappy our hero's life is. There's 1,000 different ways to do this, and I want you to explore your way, your hero, your magician or villain, your opportunity, your pushback. Yes, story structure kind of gives us a guideline of where we should be, but this story is yours. Don't ever forget that. You are the one imbibing it with your essence, okay? You are the only person that has had your exact experience. Even if you had a twin, you would not have exact experiences through life. You would have your own take, and that is going to filter you. It is going to shade you. It is going to make you. And you're the only one that can tell your story. So if you start to begin, and this happens to beginner writers, and that's okay because I always want you to write organically and then edit later. But if you start to notice yourself writing things you've seen and heard before, that's all right. We skim the surface. As writers, we're kind of lazy and we just skim the surface and take the first thing. And what we want to learn to do is maybe not take that first thing. If that first thing feels cliched or tired or we've seen it before, we want to dig maybe a little bit deeper and bring our own experience to it, our unique set of experiences and our voice to the page. Again, don't panic. If you're writing cliche, tired stuff, fantastic. We can fix that later. If you cannot dig deeper in the moment as you're organically writing, especially in your first novel or your first few novels, that's okay. Write what you have to. Sometimes I write cliche dialogue and I just go fix it later. We can always fix it later. So I'm very, very hopeful that you have gone through the short story process and trust the editing process, that you can be relaxed enough to make mistakes, even critical errors at this point, and just write some caca-doo-doo sometimes so that you can write. Once you have it on the page, we can fix it. We cannot fix it. I know you all want to be perfect. I know you all want to write, the great American novel, Catcher in the Rye, in the sci-fi, a reboot, a hip-hop reboot or something. But I'm going to say 99.9999, you're not going to. I don't write Catcher in the Rye, and I'm 50 books in. So give yourself a break. Allow yourself to be the beginning author that you are right now. Let yourself make mistakes. Let yourself go through this process. It is a learning curve. Allow you to write at the level that you are now. When we go through the editing process, we will figure out where that is and we will try and improve it. And then next time, after you go through the editing process most of the time, you will internalize that and you will walk into your next book with a greater skill set. This book may be never published. Who cares? You've got to write your first book or your third book or your eighth book. It doesn't matter. You have to write this book. You have to be the writer that you are right now. You have to write this book at the level that you are right now. We're going to forgive ourselves later for being that author and writing at that level. And we're going to improve our writing skills. This is a learning curve. This is a skill set. No brain surgeon walked in and cut his first brain on the first day he ever donned his scrubs, right? So we have to give ourselves permission to go through the learning curve and to gain skill sets. There are skill sets that you do not have right now that you will have later. And your writing is going to show the difference in that skill set or lack thereof. That is okay. All right. Today, we are going to be writing making sure that the opportunity is fully on the page if you didn't get to it yesterday. And let's say you still want to write your whole life. Too bad. We're writing the opportunity. You're just going to stop and go. We don't look back. We just stop and we go. If you overwrote the first section, oh well. And maybe there's not critical information on the page. Oh well, we'll fix that later, right? And plus, we don't even know what critical information is right now, to be perfectly honest, until you write the whole book sometimes. So don't stress about it. Make sure the opportunity, make sure that the hero is pushing against it and pushing against it hard. Many times, a beginning writer doesn't want the hero to look like a sucker or a whiner or whatever. And there is art in making sure that we push back hard and that he doesn't sound like that, but go there. Don't have him be mealy-mouthed, okay. No. Opportunity, no. Screw the opportunity. Get out of my face. I hate this. No. Okay, this has to be a firm, hard no, because we have 30 pages to write of this. So you can't be starting off kind of with a shrug, or else it's not going to, these next 30 pages are just not going to make sense, and we need them to make sense. This was your first paid module, and I hope that it was worth it. If you didn't feel it was worth it, if you can go down the comments and just kind of let me know what would have been improved about it, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, I hope to see you tomorrow on day 7. What you should be thinking about tonight before you go to bed is this idea of pushing against the opportunity, because that's what we're going to be doing for the next 25 pages. So let's kind of think about that overnight and let our subconscious work on it while we sleep. I love my subconscious doing the heavy lifting. See you on day 7.